Hey guys, what's going on? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now in this video, guys, we're going to be talking about my top 10 NFL teams for week number 8. Now when it comes to week number 8, there were a couple surprises, but then there were a lot of, big wins for a certain couple of teams, and then there were a lot of big injuries, one including Kirk Cousins being done for the season, and it was announced today that the Minnesota Vikings are going to be trading for Joshua Dobbs from the Arizona Cardinals, giving them a 7th-round pick. So, without further ado, it's time to get into my top 10 NFL teams for week number 8. At number 10, we have the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the 49ers are on a 3-game losing streak, and Brock Purdy is just not playing good at all. I think in the past 3 games, he's at least thrown 2 picks. I know last game he definitely threw 2 picks, and with the 49ers not having their starting tackle and Deebo Samuel out, it's going to be a very interesting to see how they continue for the next couple of weeks. At number 9, we have the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, and Jackson Smith-Njigba. I definitely pronounced that wrong, but I don't really care. That team is just a team that you would not expect to be performing well, but they currently are. And then there are certain games where they don't perform well, and you're just like, what's happening with this team? They got the win this past weekend. They're going to try and pick up a win against the Ravens this week. It's going to be a very tough matchup, but I have them at the number 9 spot. At the number 8 spot, we have the Dallas Cowboys. And I know you probably were like, how is Dallas Cowboys only at number 8? Well, let's not forget that the 49ers still dismantled the Cowboys with George Kittle getting 3 touchdowns. It's not going to change. The Cowboys are who the Cowboys are. I don't think they're going to win this weekend. To give you a preview of my NFL predictions for week number 8. And I just have them at number 8. But at number 7, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. The receivers for the Kansas City Chiefs, besides Travis Kelce, just continue to drop passes. This week, they're going to be playing the Miami Dolphins. And I can guarantee you that Taylor Swift will be in attendance. Which is why I have the Kansas City at number 7, because when Taylor Swift is there during the games, Travis Kelce has over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. And if this game is going to be at the Chiefs with Taylor Swift there in attendance, the Chiefs are going to win this. And I still believe the Chiefs are a very tough team. The receivers just need to stop dropping the ball. Chiefs at number 7. At number 6, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the Bengals just put a number on the 49ers. And I just got to say, Joe Burrow is finally starting to look like himself. Beginning of the season, Joe Burrow was terrible. Joe Burrow was not playing well. But continuously throughout the last couple of weeks, Joe Burrow has continued to look like the Joe Burrow that we all know and love. And this is why they are just outside of the top 5 at number 6. Because in the top 5, starting at number 5, we have the team that won last night against the Las Vegas Raiders and made Jimmy G look like a bum. We have the Detroit Lions, and Jahmyr Gibbs, my God, man. Jahmyr Gibbs putting up 142 rushing, and then I believe he had 60-plus receiving yards. Jahmyr Gibbs is just an all-world running back, and there's no reason as to why they selected him in the first round. And I believe that every pick, the top picks that they have had this past draft have worked out, because Jack Campbell is a perfect pick. Alex Anzalone, Aiden Hutchinson, all that defense. On the offense, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who looks like a worldwide potential number 1 receiver. And the Detroit Lions are just definitely a top 5 team. At number 4, we have the Miami Dolphins. Now, the Miami Dolphins just beat their division rivals in the New England Patriots, which means they swept the New England Patriots, because if you guys remember, they played the Patriots in the first game of the season, and they beat the Patriots. But it seems like the Dolphins and Tua seems to put up close to 300 yards every single game. And it's going to be a really interesting thing, because I think if the Dolphins, who got beat by the Buffalo Bills pretty good, can go on and beat the Chiefs this weekend, the Dolphins will never drop out of my top 5 unless they have a shock loss against, let's say, a team like the Jets. And even the Jets wouldn't even be a shock loss. A shock loss for me would be against a team like, I don't even know, because there's no shock loss. There's no shocking losses for any team anymore, because any team is capable of an upset. Number 3, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, week 1 and week 2, Jacksonville, just like the Bengals, look like a different single team. But the past 5 games, they won all 5. Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne is looking so good together. Then they have Calvin Ridley, who's hot and cold. But the real X factor for their receivers is Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk continues to have good games after good games for the past 5 games. And I just think the Jaguars are just going to continue and move on and win this division. But I have them at number 3. At number 2, we have the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews. All they need is a running back. And as of right now, it's 2-17 right now. If the Ravens were to trade for a star running back, they would be a possible contention for the Super Bowl. And there's no doubt about it because Lamar Jackson's just playing very good right now. And I just believe the Ravens are one of the best teams in the NFL. But I just don't have them at number 1 because at number 1 is a team that consistently looks good week in and week out. And at number 1, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, DeAndre Swift, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They got Julio now. And you guys know how I feel about Julio considering I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. Dallas Goedert, that defense is looking good. Big play slay. They just have so many weapons. And then they just got Kevin Byard from the Tennessee Titans for a 2nd round pick. And Terrell Edmonds. This Eagles team is just loaded to beyond belief. If they were to go out and trade for another pass rusher, I think I would have to declare it over. I think the Philadelphia Eagles would have to be the Super Bowl champions of this year because they're just unbelievably too good. So my top 10 teams goes as follows: 49ers at 10, Seahawks 9, Cowboys 8, Chiefs 7, Bengals 6, Lions 5, Dolphins 4, Jaguars 3, Ravens 2, and the Philadelphia Eagles at number 1. But let me know what you guys' opinions are in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys all next time.